Hi there, welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing In the Shadows. This is a book by Kiersten with illustrations by Jim Bartolo. This is an ARC copy I received from work. The book has already been released from Scholastic Press in April 29th of this year, and I believe it is also available currently in the UK as well. It has 384 pages, and it's rated for ages 12 and up. I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you because I think that gives you a really good description of the book. Cora and Minnie are sisters living in a small, stifling town where mysterious things occur. Their mother runs the local boarding house. Their father is gone. The woman up the hill may or may not be a witch. Thomas and Charles are brothers who've been exiled to the boarding house. So Thomas can tame his ways and Charles can fight an illness that is killing him with increasing speed. Their family history is one of sorrow and guilt. They think they can escape from it, but they can't. Arthur is also new to the boarding house. His fate is tied to that of the others. He knows what darkness encircles them, but can't say why, and doesn't even know if they can be saved. Sinister forces are working in the shadows, manipulating fates and crafting conspiracies. The closer Cora, Minnie, Arthur, Thomas, and Charles get to the truth, the closer they get to harm. But the threat is much bigger than they can see. It's strangling the world, until one of the boys decides he wants to save it. Now, the interesting thing about this particular book is, if you're familiar with The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick, it's told through a mixture of illustrations and text, and actually illustrations dominate the book. And the illustrations have no dialogue or anything within it. It's not like your typical graphic novel. It's just strictly illustrated. And then the text, wherever it falls in between, might be about 2 or 3 pages at a time, and then you're right back to the illustrations. I found myself really caught up in the story of these 5 teenagers and really caring about each and every one of them. Wanted to know more about the mysterious Arthur, what he was doing at the boarding house. What was his background? It was very mysterious when he first arrives. And the witch, is she truly a witch? Did she put curses on one of the teenagers? Very intriguing. And in fact, I found myself liking the text portion of the book much more than the illustrated portion, which I found surprising. But I think it's because it was much more clear as to the progression of the story and what was going on. When you're within the illustrated portion of it, I found myself wondering who is this character that we are following throughout the book. There's this one young man here. You see him, he has a scar over this eye here. And he seems to be on some sort of a mission. He has a book with him with names. And at the beginning of each and every one of these illustrated sections, there's like a date and a location at the top. So he is traveling all over the world on some sort of mission, but we don't know who he is, what his mission is, or what he's up to. But he does encounter some very strange things, and we see some of these people and events that he encounters, which still intrigued me, but I found it a bit confusing. Then I got to about page 160, 165, somewhere around there, and suddenly it dawned on me who that is. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, now I see how this person's story is tying in with the teenager's story, and it started to kind of all fall together. And then I got to the end and realized I was completely wrong. It was total shocker as to who this person is, and that's all I'm going to say. It threw me for a loop. I thought I knew, and then turned it on its heels, and I was just like, wow, that's even better. And I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I got to the end, like I said, everything wraps up nice, all the loose ends are tied up, and it just had a really satisfying conclusion to it. So as far as I know, it's just a standalone. Really nicely made book. This is just the ARC copy, but I've seen the finished copies at work. And they have this really high, glossy, thick paper, so even this ARC copy weighs a ton. But if you're into kind of mysterious, detective kind of things, and just a really, really great kind of creepy story. It did creep me out a bit with these people that you find out about in here. I definitely recommend this one. I really, like I said, really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's almost like reading a graphic novel, but not. You find yourself just flying right through it. And yeah, overall, I give this 5 stars. Like I said, I definitely recommend it. And for ages 12 and up, I hope you guys decide to pick up a copy. Thanks for watching.